The bird is flying free in my room. I just learned about that, Christopher, through the anonymous video. Like, that's why I do not hold veterans on a pedestal. I've served in the military. I know how messed up a lot of us can be. I do not trust you just because you're a veteran. That's not something that makes you automatically trustworthy. I'm not a Democrat. If you want to send me an email, that's better than messaging me on TikTok. Yep, I have a budgie. And I am live on, okay, so I am live on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. I cannot see Twitter comments, though, or respond to them. Okay, yes, that's what I was doing. Let me go to that petition that I have. I'm going to open up Word, too, so we can start working on this. I think we should write the constitutional amendments as American people and not let our elected officials choose what they are written in. I know Florida is actively taking away transgender children right now from their parents and cisgender children from transgender parents. Email is jonesforpresident2024@gmail.com. It's kind of big. It's kind of big. I love it. Anyone has the ability to run for president. Thank you, Chorn. Seahorn? Seahorn or Chorn? Still separating church and state, still not part of a party. Thank you. TikTok right here is giving me a platform to reach everyone in all 50 states. Also have other social media platforms, and we're planning on getting a bus. We're going to be touring the country. They don't mention me on the news because I'm an independent party. They don't want to. They play into Democrats and Republicans. They don't care about anybody else. I would repeal the TikTok ban if it passes. Let me get. I'm getting distracted, you guys. I don't know when, you guys. Yep, the news channels are bought and paid for. TYT literally just was talking about Marianne Williamson again, saying, oh, she's blowing up on TikTok. I'm like, the reason why she's blowing up on TikTok is because you guys keep talking about her. I was blowing up on TikTok before her. If I even had an iota of media attention, I would blow her campaign out of the water. I do want to keep having chats like this once elected. Yep, that's why they're suppressing. Yeah, I've heard that, Desi. I've definitely heard that. People are excited because they say that she's the first non-Christian that would have office, but her spiritual ideology is literally based off of the Bible. She's not separating church and state. She can say she's for separation of church and state all she wants, but she's not separating it within herself. So how can she separate it on her policies? Thank you, Cricket. Thank you for your donation. So when it comes to fascist politicians, we need to have people run. They're running unopposed currently. I do have a video up on the Constitutional Convention, and if the state of affairs are as bad as they are now, I would declare a state of emergency, have a Constitutional Convention, and we would get amendments in there, especially, and there's one particular one I really want, and it's called a vote of no confidence by the people. And so we could trigger a nationwide vote, so people could vote these people out of office, the dangerous politicians out of office before their term limits. We have to donate the campaign money, whether we win or lose. Anything that's left over gets donated within 60 days. We need to expand SCOTUS. Definitely expand SCOTUS. All right, let me get this. We're going to work on the Second Amendment today, you guys. And I want to work on it with you guys. I don't want to be the only person. Why is it doing this? They spaced it out so weird when I hit publish. Okay. I'm going to read what's on it now. Yes, I will run again in 2028. We could be Kirby. Yes, it does. It's been too long since it has been expanded. It does not accurately represent the people. So let's look at this. This is for if we have for when we have a constitutional convention. We want to have amendments in there built for the people by the people. Our amendment has not been updated in almost 200 years, and it was meant to be a living document. So we're going to work together right now. Hi, Kim. Thank you. I appreciate it. So here's what we have so far. And this is, I used AI to get the structure down, so it would be past inspection by our politicians. This is what the amendment is right now. We're going to edit it today. You showed my video to your coworkers? Yes, thank you. The amendment to the Constitution restricting gun ownership. We, the undersigned, are proposing an amendment to the Constitution that would restrict gun ownership for people who are deemed harmful to themselves or others. We believe that the Second Amendment was not intended to protect the rights of individuals who pose a threat to public safety. The United States has seen an alarming rise in gun violence in recent years. Mass shootings, suicides, and accidents involving firearms have become all too common. While we respect the right of responsible gun owners to keep and bear arms, we believe that it's our responsibility as a society to take steps to keep guns out of the hands of people who are a danger to themselves and others. There's a typo there. Our proposed amendment would allow for the temporary or permanent revocation of gun ownership for individuals who are deemed to pose a threat to public safety. This could include individuals who have a history of domestic violence, those who have been evaluated and diagnosed with mental illness that directly affects their ability to safely own a firearm, and you can be reevaluated for future gun ownership, and those who have been convicted of violent crimes, barring self-defense. So we need to adjust this. It is scary to go against the church. It's people who are the problem currently, and we need to make sure that people who are not mentally fit do not get firearms. My wife's currently in China. Right? It needs to change. Right now, they're holding a 200-year-old document, a document that's over 200 years old, higher than the lives of children, and that has to stop. It's extremely selfish. Kim knows my wife. Kim married us. We're talking about changing it, Olga Ford. Oh, whatever your name is. We're amending the Constitution. That's the point. It's supposed to be. So we have in here the mental evaluation. That would be done by mental professionals, and that would be decided after this Constitution is passed, after this amendment is passed. It's not something for me to say what would qualify or disqualify for someone, and I don't want something like that in the amendment anyways, because then it could make it permanently like that when we need a fluctuating item for mental health. Thank you, Ricky. It's currently not well regulated. Actually, it wouldn't be a HIPAA violation. You are approving and agreeing to an evaluation to be put on your record. And the person who's doing the sale of the gun would not see your medical records. They would just see if you've been cleared or not. No HIPAA violation would be happening. Yeah, anything to own a gun, you'd have to get a mental health assessment. Exactly, advocacy. Not everyone with PTSD is violent. So I don't want to put PTSD in there. You know, I don't want to put specific mental illnesses in there. All right, there's the first one. Hold on, guys. I need to, what I'm doing, because I can block them from my lives, but I wonder if I can block them on here. So they can't see my profile at all. Boom. Bye, you're not just blocked from my lives anymore, you are blocked permanently. Exactly. My friend's mom has PTSD from her sexual assault in the military, and she cannot own a gun. And that doesn't seem fair to me. I don't know. How often do you think an assessment should be taken? That's what we're here to discuss. Should it be 6 months? Should it be a year? Every 3 months? And this would be at no cost to the person. So how often do you think we should have this? Yearly at least? Because we could put in here... Can be reevaluated for future gun ownership and should be reevaluated and required to be reevaluated every year if you own a gun. So 6 months to a year, yearly is fair. Thank you, Jeff. Honestly, we need to be working together like this. And the fact that no one is, which president is going to sit down and work with the American people like this? This is what we're supposed to do, you guys. We're supposed to work with you. Okay, so like when they go get their yearly physical, they can just get a mental health check. I like that. Not everyone gets their yearly physical. Guilty here. Let me see if that reads right. This could include individuals who have a history of domestic violence, those who have been evaluated and diagnosed with mental illness that directly affect their ability to own a firearm, can be reevaluated for future gun ownership. And what I mean by that can be we need to clarify that because you should be able to file an appeal if you feel like you were indiscriminately, like you were targeted, indiscriminately. If you were discriminately targeted, then you should be able to make an appeal, and we should have a board that would oversee that and review the decision. That's true. That's true too. No, they're not. That's why you would go to a mental health professional. No one said a primary care doctor would do the assessment. So can be appealed. I'll say that. Can be appealed and reevaluated. All right, so everyone should have access to mental health. For example, if there's records, like they could get reevaluated by a different practitioner. Just the same way CPS goes in and they do home evaluations and they make mistake. They purposely make misinformation. So if you feel you've been targeted, you could just appeal for a reevaluation by somebody else and have the board review the evaluation process that this other person used. I agree. Police should have to go through the same as well. I agree. The way that legalese is typed now, the average poverty level citizen who hasn't gone to college, etc., doesn't understand it. I've gone to college and I still cannot. It's really hard to get through a legal document. We have to Google what terms mean, what a phrase means. And it reminds me of the Catholic Church in Europe when they only had the Bible available in Latin because the common people did not speak Latin. And so the priests could tell the people to believe whatever they wanted to tell them to believe, and they wouldn't know any different. And when people started printing the Bible in English, people were executed. And yeah. So I think legal documents definitely need to be made to be more understandable. Somebody had a good point in here. Permits. So this amendment would restrict people. You'd be able to restrict people. We need to add in background checks are required even in private sales. And we need to add in that people do need to take classes. We need to have classes. So I'm going to add in a quotation, a note for background. And not just the conceal and carry. The bird is flying around. Eventually you will. She likes to dive bomb my head. But I don't think the classes should cost money because guns are already expensive. That's like if you own a gun, you had the money to buy a gun or it was given to you or you know, so guns are already expensive. Conceal and carry courses are not well versed enough. They don't have enough coverage or what's the word I'm trying to think of? They don't teach enough. People go and take a conceal and carry course and then turn around and put their gun in their purse. That is bad. The purse is the last place you should be putting your gun. The classes need to cover how to safely store your guns, where you should store your guns, how to keep your guns out of the reach of children. Should you keep your ammo separate from your gun? Yep, or they leave it in their cars. It needs to go through how to properly load and check your gun to make sure that there are no bullets left in the chamber. We do all of this in the military. They drill it into our head to check your gun before you even hand it to someone else. You never hand someone else a loaded gun. Hello, Jem. Amelia, they will capitalize off of anything. Of course, they will design a purse for guns. It's not safe. It's not attached to your body. Holding it, somebody could grab it. A 2-year-old child took his mother's gun out of her purse and shot her dead in Walmart a couple years ago. A 2-year-old, because he just got in his mom's purse. Maybe it should be military standards. Yep, point it down, finger off the trigger. You only point at things that you intend to end. I know there's plenty of gun purses. That does not mean they're safe. Yep, Aries. My dad started taking me hunting when I was 8 years old. He started teaching me gun safety when I was very young. Unfortunately, people who are buying guns today, not everyone comes from a hunting family. Not everyone understands the full spectrum of how you need to be with a gun. People trust their teenagers. I have a teenager. I still lock my gun up. Yes, Clown of Metal. I have not shot an animal yet. I have helped skin and all that stuff, but I've never shot one yet. America is really bad with guns. I agree. So in the amendment, so I don't think that this is what would be typed up in the amendment. In a constitutional convention, we'd bring our what we want in an amendment, and they'd probably have their legalese experts type it up to be appropriate for the amendment. I would love a moderator. Just make sure that you're not taking people out of the room unintentionally. Only take out the very clear and blatant trolls. People can ask questions. We can have disagreements. That's fine. I'm becoming an excellent troll flipper. But if somebody is blatantly racist, sexist, or violent, get them out of the room. I will make you one right now. Make sure though. Okay, make sure though when you block someone to take a screenshot of their name if you can and message it to me afterwards so I can actually block them from my main profile. We'll see. If we need another one, stick around. We'll see. All right, so background checks for all guns. Let's do a paragraph for that. Because currently background checks for all gun sales are not, it's not like that through every state. Some states do require background checks for private sales. Some of them don't. History makes me want to run. Go check out the videos in my Hot Topic folder. Where are you going, Matt? Maybe I don't have a picture. I don't know. I'm on the FEC website and I'm on Ballotpedia, but not every site shows every candidate. We're working on that right now, Debbie. Yeah, background checks are absolutely needed. So let's put in here background checks will be required throughout all states and territories. Should we include territories in this? Can we do that? Yeah, no, I'm on registrations. Yeah, Psych Eval's already in here. Just to cover our bases. I'm including gifting guns in there too. Clarify which part. Clown of Metal. Honestly, if all independent voters stuck together, we would win in a landslide. Testy, there is something in here for DV charges. I have hundreds of comments to go through. If you could just redo the comment. Thank you. Williamson is a Democrat, so of course she's going to be on the list. Yes, Ricky, I agree. I agree with that too, Zoinks. I agree with that. Thank you. Oh my goodness, thank you. If ownership of guns is changed, yeah. So I have background checks will be required throughout all states and territories. Oops, why is oven there? I hate that. For all commercial and private sales and gifts. Or any transfer of ownership. We'll just really cover our bases there. Classes are required for how to safely store a gun, ammo, how to use it. Yeah, I've never been gifted a gun. Hi, garbage. Yes, you can share my live. For babies, there's nothing the president can do about gas and food prices. Thank you. Anyone who says otherwise is wrong. The only thing I could possibly do is look into how to implement price gouging laws against them. Any type of restrictions, any legislation, anything like that goes through Congress. Yes, Anthony, there's my running mate, everybody. Yes, we will go through the police departments with a fine-tooth comb starting from the top. Nice. Federal laws on workers' comp? Is there no federal laws on workers' comp? All right, we have background checks will be required throughout all states and territories for all commercial and private sales and gifts or any transfer of ownership. Classes are required for how to safely store a gun, ammo, and how to use a gun. I'm going to clarify that right now. Including how to clear the chamber and every safety aspect. Trigger safety. The fact that I'm already working on doing it, Helen. I'm already gathering evidence to submit churches to the IRS and take them to the Supreme Court to pay back taxes. I'm already working on a constitutional convention to get our constitution updated to protect the American citizens. People are not illegal. But I do have an immigration video up on my Hot Topic tab. Hello, hello. Oh, like a home inspection? I do agree with the home inspections, you guys. Daycare providers have to have home inspections with no notice. You don't get a notice if you're a daycare provider to have a home inspection because they're looking out for the safety of the children in your care. I think the same should be done with if you own a gun. They should be able to come to your house. Twitch comments, thank you. Sorry, guys. I was writing on my laptop and it's not pulled up. I do not. Oh, I'm in the wrong. That's why. Okay. Wow, you guys. I'm so sorry. I saw you briefly on TikTok. Yes, just sub with Jeff Bezos' money. There you go. Thank you, Dragon. Thank you, Asteria. Not yet, Rose. The transmission is going out on my truck, so we had to get a vehicle that is more reliable. And we will be taking this vehicle with us across the country as well. I am fantastic. I am live on TikTok as well. Yeah, Dragon, that's true. Sorry, guys, I'm going through the comments. Yes, I am planning on bringing back Roe versus Wade. Yeah, you can gift a gun. You can give a gun as a gift. Sorry, Rose. I'm in the chat room now. The person should be held responsible for making sure it's safe. I agree. Exactly. And also in Oregon, if you have an in-home daycare, you have to get a background check done. Anyone else, anyone else living in your home who's over 18 has to get a background check done. I agree, fart noise, and I also think you should be 21 to join the military as well. We already have, okay, what we're doing, Dante, is we are writing amendments to the Constitution right now. I'm doing great. Yep, the lack of enforcement. Then, Rose, they would never be able to own again. Oh, Rose, there's also that state that lets 13-year-olds walk around with a gun. That's bad. That's very, very bad. There's nothing the president can do about wages. That's why I'm encouraging anyone who wants a livable minimum wage to run for Congress. Do it. Run for Congress, run against these Republicans and the people who have such a tight handle on our purse strings. Run for Congress. You can fix the debt ceiling. You can fix the living wage. You can fix the prices that are going crazy in America right now. Run for office. Hello, hello. No one is, the only people forcing a gender identity on prepubescent children are the Republicans. They're forcing children to be straight. They're forcing children to be one sex or another. They're the only ones forcing anything. I agree, Wild. Hello, hello. Zoinks, what do you mean? Which part could you not afford? Ooh, Zoinks says, I was thinking that if we tied AR permits to military enlistment, that in tandem with better pay could bolster our enlistment. I could see that. Thank you for boosting the live, you guys. Thank you for liking it. Thank you for your gifts and your donation. Exactly, Jem. Oh, gotcha. Okay. See, unfortunately, Dragon stay. Then go. Okay. I'll be right back, you guys. Go. You good now, Alette? Okay, good job. Okay, I'm back. Of course. We want to, Christopher. Sorry, I had to go help my daughter. She had to go to the bathroom. Yes, Alame, we would absolutely do audits to find out what happened to the millions of dollars that the Pentagon has actually lost over $2 trillion. So I would suggest to Congress to reallocate the funding that's been lost by Congress back into the American economy. So Zoinks, I understand, paying for advertising stuff, but to register as a candidate and to use social media is free. Do it, Zoinks. Do it. Once we wait till we have a bus and stuff, though. Not specific organizations yet for land back. Not yet. I meet with the union in June. I did just raise money for MMIW. That's separate from land back. No, it's kind of, land back is a very intricate topic. Current military spending is wasteful. Missouri, that's the one I was thinking of. One day you guys can travel with me. I support Ukraine. I have a harder stance on my Facebook, which is linked in the bio. Yes. Quilting doctor. Quilting or quitting? It is considered campaign contributions. Subscribing to TikTok helps us maintain and raise money for campaign headquarters and maintaining our bus. Okay, Rose, sounds good. Go check out the post on my Facebook, you guys. We are contractually obligated to support Ukraine. They're our allies, and they gave up weapons that were left behind and nuclear infrastructure. And that's why Russia is attacking them now. Thank you, RV and Free. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll be coming to every state. Man, I think I need to get my glasses on. Hold on, guys. I don't go into conspiracy theories, you guys. Thank you, Baked Cupcake. Same, RV and Free. I cannot wait. Now that we have a better car, it might have its own issues, but it's better. So where have you heard that Russia is attacking Ukraine because of Hunter Biden? I don't know when yet, probably in June. That's the last month I have in my house. BCD, go check out my Hot Topic tab on TikTok, and I cover what actions I would do as soon as I get in office. I have, thank you. Thank you. Oh, why did you go to sleep, computer? And my eyes adjust. There we go. We're already at 50K likes. Awesome. The 85,000 migrant children that are lost, we're definitely going to be sweeping through and going through what the hell is going on with CPS that are taking these children. It should not be that hard to keep track of children. Yes, the government is aware I'm running. I already went into the work of creating these videos with these answers that are already being asked. The live tonight, we are building a constitutional amendment for the Second Amendment. You're welcome. You're welcome that I put in so much work into these videos that answer your questions. Now, if you want to go watch those videos and come back and have a constructive conversation going deeper into those topics, please do. I would love that. But I'm not going to repeat myself 20,000 times when I have a video readily available for you. I did hear about that, Rose. Hello, hello. Thank you. Thank you, Katie. I'm honored to have your first vote. I need a recipe. I have to make dinner. I have Cornish game hens. I'm not scratching it. I'm rubbing it. I have no nails. I don't have a video discussing education yet. I kind of have one saying about how we would have an independent committee to go over it, but I don't have a full out video. The poke. Thank you, Lydia. 1 hour. Oh, do we not have carrots? I might have to get off the live and go to Winco because I have to get some stuff for dinner. Thank you. The current state of the pandemic, it's not going to go anywhere. It's been messed up so bad. It's here to stay, just like the flu, just like anything else. So just wash your hands, wear your mask if you want to, be aware of your hygiene and other people's hygiene. Good evening. I think they might be subscribers, Snow Baby. I can't see the star. I can't see that on my end. Thank you. You're awesome. We need to protect ICWA. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate it. We missed out on a lot of campaign fundraising, you guys, with the live ban that we just had. Yes, John Smith, we do. Thank you, Rose. So for the foster care system and CPS, we need to get rid of Title IV funding that the Clinton administration put in place. They're giving money to states to have children in foster care. The more children they have in foster care, the more children that they take from their homes, the more money they get. It's turned it into a for-profit system, and we need to stop that. Of course, overturning that most likely has to go through Congress. January to March, we raised $10,037. Dragon. You don't run your mouth too much. You're good. Not yet. Not yet with Oklahoma. You guys, we have to raise $100,000 to be on the Oklahoma ballot. I might make a video just for that state. I need to get the updated number. In 2020, it was $100,000. I don't know if it's still $100,000. Zach, no kitties were harmed in the act of gift giving on TikTok. I did hear about that, Cindy. Oh, John, that's not a bad one. Psych evaluations for foster parents. Yeah, I need to get on the ballot in Oklahoma. Oklahoma, if there's any pagans in my chat right now, Oklahoma made it illegal to do divination in 2021. You cannot read fortune cards. You can't do tarot cards. You can't do palm reading. It's illegal. So if any cop or anyone wants to get a wild hair up their ass and prosecute you for doing that, you can get in trouble. And Pennsylvania, it's illegal to do spells. You can't do healing spells, marriage spells, love spells, money spells. You can't do any type of spell or divination in Pennsylvania either. They are passing these laws quietly, and because pagan phobia is the most accepted form of phobia in the United States because we don't exist, no one is bringing attention to these bills being passed. No one is. They're coming for everyone, you guys. I think so, Snow Baby. It absolutely is. John Smith, it absolutely is. But obviously they don't care about religious freedom. They don't care about our constitutional freedoms at all. Because the transgender law, the anti-transgender laws, and the anti-drag queen laws are against freedom of speech. Amelia, the practice for each person is different. It varies. Exactly. We need to wake up and stop doing this. I don't agree with Cop City in Atlanta at all. That's your opinion, Ellis. I believe there's plenty of Americans in this chat right now that have no problems with my tattoos. I'm not on the ballot in any state yet, you guys. Most states do not have candidates on the ballot for the general election until 2024. Thank you. Thank you. See? There you go. And in Twitch too, they're saying they love my chat. My chat. You guys love my chat. Thank you. Yes. Yes. Tattoos are just art on the skin. They have nothing to do with my intellectual abilities. Thank you. Sure. These are two separate tattoos, but this is the butterfly one. It's a steampunk butterfly, mechanical with metal flowers for my grandmother. And this is Persephone. This is spring. She's innocent looking. And then this one's not colored in yet, but this is fall. The skin kind of twists when I twist my arm, but this is fall. Fall Persephone. To represent both of the seasons. This one itself is a ritual. This is a spell. I'm not sure who it's by. It's from a tarot deck. This is the Star Tarot card. I think from the original tarot deck. I'm not sure though. Twitch chat is best chat. We do need more interaction on Twitch. If anybody has a Twitch, please go over to my Twitch profile. It's linked in the bio. Absolutely. I encourage you to research all options. No, I do not worship any deity in that regard. Yeah, I'm on Twitch as well right now. My practice is secular, you guys, primarily. Savage for cabinet picks, we'll be researching each person extremely in depth to make sure we have the right person for the job. Yeah, there's no trolls in Twitch so far. Yeah. Alice, you're the one bringing up the tattoo saying Americans won't like it. So I said Americans will like it. There's plenty of Americans in here that do. Wolfpack, yes. Victory and success. Victory, success. Go get Twitch, you guys, because I actually have ads. If you're not subscribed on Twitch, you get ads. So I get ad revenue for the campaign. Thank you. Thank you, Dragon. Twitch is just another streaming platform. Thank you. I appreciate your support. Thank you for your gift. I do talk about my platform on here. We just got segued into tattoos. We are tattoo enthusiasts here. I would take you guys with me to Winco, but they're throttling my data for some reason still. Yes, thank you. Hello, cephalopod. Finally, your kitty paws are done. Woohoo! Now there's more kitty paws. Thank you, Ray Ray. Thank you, Jewish, for the rose. I do think we should have student loan forgiveness. We should have free college. And not only student loan forgiveness for people who currently have loans, I think we should have grants for people who have already paid off their loans. And I think that would give it a better success towards a better success rate. Because then people would be like, oh, we get a grant for passing this? Hell yeah. The Twitch link is in my bio, you guys. On my TikTok bio. Hello, Onyx. Yeah, it goes up pretty quickly when I start directing people over to Twitch. Oh yeah, back onto the gun ownership topic that we were talking about. I think I don't want to restrict the type of guns people have, but I think there should be a type of graded ownership, meaning regular pistol, regular hunting rifle, shotgun. You just go through the checks and balances, the background check. You take a course, you take a psych evaluation. Now, if you're going to have a semi-automatic or like an AR type rifle or whatever, then you should do an extra step. It should come up. It comes up for me. Brittany Jones running for president 2024. Brittany Jones, presidential candidate 2024. I think all college should be free except for private colleges. I think that socialism and capitalism can go hand in hand. I have a private college. It's online. Classes are extremely cheap. People can go there if they want to learn about the metaphysical aspect of our world, different pagan paths, world religions. We have classes like that, gardening and the magic in gardening. We have classes like that on my college. People, if they want that specific type of education, they can go pay to go to that college. However, if they want a general education to get a general job, they can go to a normal everyday college. Onyx, that's honestly what I'm not sure about. What should be the extra step for an AR? The link to my college is in the link tree in my bio. It's on the very bottom though. It's not on the top because it's not my priority in my campaign. You don't know what I voted for, but I support women's rights, and a transgender male to female doesn't make a woman any less of a woman than she already is. I have transgender friends who are male to female. They don't make me less of a woman. They don't take away my rights as a woman. Okay, Go School for like more military style weapons says more frequent mental health checks and home checks. Maybe mental health checks for like every 6 months if you are going to own military style rifles. We need to get rid of the pink tax. I agree. For anyone who's wondering why you don't see me on mainstream media, go to your news station and say, hey, stop playing into the two-party system and get this candidate on your platform. We need universal health care. But you guys, I say we need and I support because as president, I cannot enact free college. That has to go through Congress. And while I could do an executive order expanding health care, that is temporary and could change. So we need Congress to implement these until like legislation. We need the laws. The M14 is really similar to an M16. Am I getting confused? I served in the military. Is it M14? I don't own one. Yeah, the M14 rifle, civilians can buy that, and it's really similar to the M16. M4, I think M4 is one too. Yeah, the M4 is really similar. The M4, I think the M4 is more like an M16 than an M14. Yeah, an M14 is more like a hunting rifle. Jeez. The M4 is very similar to an M16. M16 is a military rifle. Oh, okay. What about an annual tax? An annual tax if you want to own military style weapons. Thank you. You guys agree? An annual tax, a permit fee to own a military-style weapon? All right. We need to go to this. There you are. Yeah, registry for who owns. There we go. A registration fee to own a military-style weapon. I like that. I think you should update your registration for your guns at least every couple years. Because we have to renew our registration for our vehicles. What is it for a car? How long do you have to do it? What do you... Every 2 years, you have to renew your tags on your car. Car is every year in New York City, or North Carolina, I mean. We'll just stick to the 1 year. Make it as easy as possible to understand. Oh my god. All right, let me look at this recipe really quick. When I get back, you guys can cook with me. Okay. All right, so I just need to go get some vegetables. Thank you, Katie. I think it's about time somebody that's just another average American person runs for president. That's how it's supposed to be. Ooh, a buyback program. That doesn't have to be in the Constitution, but I do like that idea for legislation. Agreed, Morgan. Yes, Gemini, I'm so excited. It's Tuesday. So next week, you guys, I'm getting interviewed for a podcast. Oh God, the name just left my brain. Rebel Coven? Oh, that's not what it is. Why is my brain doing this to me? Coven of Rejects. Thank you. Yes, I will be on the Coven of Rejects podcast. We're interviewing next week. How long does it take you to put a podcast to edit it and get it uploaded onto your podcast. Yes, I'm really running. Rogan, what are you talking about, Dragon? Did I miss something? Thank you. Next Sunday. Okay, so Covenant Rejects podcast will be out by next Sunday. The interview is this Tuesday. I just inhaled hot Cheeto powder. Absolutely. If you want to volunteer for my campaign, you can email jonesforpresident2024@gmail.com. And then I'm going live with Scott. Whew. Why is this not working? Why doesn't it let me scroll down? Oh, there you go. So on Thursday, I'm going live with Scott Johnson. He's a Southern political gay guy. It is his TikTok handle. Has the rainbow crown. Going live with him. Jess Anderson for Virginia. I've been talking to her. We'll be going live together. To fund places. The president does not direct funding. As much as I would love to do that, that has to go through Congress. Congress holds the purse string, you guys. I honestly think that's another thing that we should do at the Constitutional Convention is reallocate the powers. Right now, the president, the checks and balances are not being used. The president's not holding Congress accountable, and it can't really hold Congress accountable at all. Thank you. The Supreme Court isn't doing anything. Thank you for subscribing. We need to get to 1,000 subscribers. I think we can do it. And yes, Twitch. Thank you, Jem. God. Congress seems to be dead weight right now. Yeah, they're not doing anything. But we need to reallocate the powers. I think there needs to be the funding. I don't understand why Congress is doing the funding. They're passing the legislation. Why should they get control of the funding? I think the cabinet of the executive branch should have the funding, control of the funding, because they're the ones that oversee the education. They're the ones that oversee the land management. They're the ones that oversee foreign policies. Like, they're the ones that do that work. So they should have the control of that funding. Congress makes the laws. Executive branch should be able to do the funding. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I did see your fundraising results. I am flabbergasted. You guys, so January to March, we raised $10,037 and like 1 cent for my campaign. I was getting blocked a lot though. And we have I have no choice but to censor people. My lives keep getting banned, and I'm gonna keep my live access up. You're welcome. And Jess Anderson raised what, $72,000 in the first quarter? Jord, if you want to see, thank you for my plan for stepping into office. When I first get into office, go check out the first actions video in the hot tub. I can't talk. I need to cook dinner. Hot topic tab. Honestly, I don't understand either, but I don't really understand child support. I have children, but their dads don't pay child support. Yeah, it was amazing. I agree. Like 1 quarter, she caught up to her competition. I'm so happy. No, you don't have committees in each state. You have 1 committee. Oh, the Republicans are already freaking out, just not in the mainstream platforms yet. I do think that I know that people who have their children 50-50, there shouldn't be child support involved in that, because each parent is spending the amount of time with their child and spending money on that child while they have that child. Some moms too, Snow Baby. It's a lot less common, but it happens. Ooh, Rose, really? That'd be fun. I'm trying to get Dave the Viking to run for Senate for Virginia, and I'm trying to get Jordan the Gray Witch to run for Pennsylvania. Thank you, Cricket. Thank you. Can you elaborate on that, Savage? Thank you, Lakota. Yeah, I don't. If you're locked up, then how are you paying child support? I don't understand how they can even pass child support for somebody who's locked up and not making any money. I live in Oregon. Yeah, and prison system reform is one of my running mate's hot topics. Like that's his main focus. See, but I don't really agree with that either. It's a free market. It's a, I do support the free market. If a manufacturer wants to create that many guns, then they can. But Snow Baby. And then so we have to, if they sell, they sell. If they don't, they don't. But they would have to adjust how much they make because once there's new regulations in place, not as many people will be buying those ones. I'm doing great. The Federal Reserve is where our tax money goes to, I believe. I do fact check myself because there's so many things going on in my brain. That's something I would have to look more into to see what that would entail. Yeah, they are very chatty right now. Oh, they absolutely will. I already had a Christian fanatic make a video about me. I have a video up on the Second Amendment in my Hot Topic tab, and we're actually writing an amendment right now to the Second Amendment. We need common sense gun laws. I am polyamorous, of course, and except for the term of this campaign, I'm not until we can make it safe to be so. Happy anniversary, Vengeance! Wow, 10K in back support. Ooh. Yeah, controversy will bring exposure, and I guess breaking the law doesn't keep you from being able to run for president. He still never got served. Yeah, I've heard that problem before. Thank you, you guys. Thank you for your contributions. Thank you, Flying Dragon. Oh. Nightly Ghost, I do have a video up on military reformation in my Hot Topics tab. I do think that Congress should have term limits and Senate and SCOTUS. I have an amendment. Yeah, Anthony's Christian. My running mate is Christian. But that's one of the amendments we're working on is term limits. I was on with Scott Hill Politics. He hasn't published the episode yet, but he seemed to be against term limits. He was against term limits for Congress and SCOTUS. I'm like, then why does the president have a term limit? If they don't have a term limit, then the president shouldn't have one. And if you think the president needs one, then so does Congress. So does SCOTUS. I think he should be, Josh. I do support Ukraine. Happy April 20th. Yeah, Oklahoma just got term limits today. Thank you for the reminder. Okay, but I have to get to Winco, you guys, before it's too late and get dinner started. I will go back live as soon as I get back, and you guys can cook dinner with me. That'd be awesome, Savage. I think that we should all the American people should get to vote for pay raises, pay reductions, and if it stays the same for our elected officials. They should not be able to vote for it themselves. Thank you, Go School. All right, see you guys. I will be back. I'll be back.